Happy Valentine's Day. I was gonna say, I can't believe I'm spending Valentine's Day alone. However, I've spent the last 29 Valentine's Days alone. Valentine's Days alone? Anyway, I've never spent a Valentine's Day with anyone. Essentially. However, tonight I do have a movie night with my patrons I'm really excited for. I'm going to play some beer pong, but with Prosecco. I will show you everything because this is important. The beer pong is important, and I will show you all of that in a second. But we are watching Beauty and the Beast tonight. I do have some wine, and then I will be moving on to Prosecco, so that's probably a really bad idea. I also need to light my penis candle. I do have some face masks as well that I will be putting on later on, probably during the movie night. Now, the whole theme of this vlog is that I'm going to be reading very smutty romance books, and I'm so excited. Honestly, I want to be rating them on a scale of how moist they make me. That's going to be really interesting. Instead of doing a whole, 5-star rating for these books, because, romance isn't typically the genre I go towards. So I feel like it's a little bit unfair for me to give them ratings out of 5. However, I will be rating them on steaminess. And steaminess alone. So I will be having a moist meter running throughout this entire video. I will tell you how moist these books make me. And if you hate the word moist, I apologize. How many times have I just said that word? It's Valentine's Day and I'm single, So I have my wine. I will be moving on the Prosecco. I need to light my penis. You know what? I will light that when I start beer pong. Now, my TBR was decided by Jess. And thank you so much, Jess, for picking some really smutty reads for me. Jess sent me a list of some books that I could read potentially for this vlog. And I'm so excited by these choices. Jess is amazing, incredible, beautiful, fantastic. I will leave her Etsy shop down in the description box. Check her out. I do have my TBR. 2 of them are on the Kindle. I do have 3 of them physically. I will be playing Prosecco Pong, actually, is what I'm going to call it. And I have written on the bottom of the cups the titles of the books. And there are 10 cups and only 5 books on my TBR for this reading vlog. So I'm going to try and get the bowl into ones that have the title of the books on the bottom. I won't know which ones have the titles on. So that is going to be in order of how I read them in this vlog. For every cup I land in, I have to down the drink. But I will end the game when I get to the final book, the 5th and final book. So that could end up taking a while, or I could end up getting it pretty quickly. I just find that such a fun challenge. However, I won't waste Prosecco. I will down the rest of them as well. But yes, I will tell you about the books that I'm reading in this vlog. As I mentioned, 2 of them are on the Kindle. I married a Lizardman, and I don't know the author's name off the top of my head, but I will say it when I talk about the book in this vlog. That one is part of the Prime Maiden Agency series, and essentially, I think single gals get paired with a monster, a creature. And in this book, the main character gets paired with a Lizardman, and I don't mind that. So I might be into it, I might not be. We'll find out in the vlog. I did like Ice Planet Barbarians when I read that, and that was alien smut, essentially. So I'm excited. I'm going to give it a good chance. Another Kindle book is Games We Play, and I think that is like some kind of fanfic of a gamer who has like this really low voice. I don't know who the gamer is, I forget. But yes, it's apparently a fanfiction of them, and it's really hot and steamy apparently. Not that I know the plot of that one, I just know, well, I'm hoping all of these are dirty as fuck. Fingers crossed. And I think Jess really enjoyed that one too. And it's gamer as well. It's a gamer. And I have a soft spot for gamers, honestly. And then I also have Learn My Lesson by Katee Robert. This one is a Wicked Villains book. This is Hades and Megara from Hercules, I believe. Wicked Villains series makes Disney villains dirty, apparently. So I'm excited to read my first Katee Robert. I would love to read the first one as well because I have a soft spot for Daddy Jafar. But you know what? This is the only one I own so far, so may as well take something that's already on my physical TBR, right? So that's why I'm reading that one. And then I also have 2 gay mangas that are filled with sex, like literally wall-to-wall penis in these books. So we have Dick Fight Island, Volume 1 by Reibun. And this one is essentially a set of guys go on this island and they have to have dick fights to find out who's king of the island. Something like that. I'm genuinely excited for that one. I hope I picked that one first. And then Wild Wild Wildlife by Hyougo Kijima. And this one is apparently mating season. We have a goat man, a lynx man, a beast man, android, some kind of weird stuff going on in a woods, and they just constantly have sex apparently. So I'm excited to read all of those books. I don't know which order I'm going to read them in because I am going to do beer pong. So this is where I've set up my beer pong, and there's the Prosecco that will be going into it. I've written the names on the bottom there so that I can hopefully get them into them, but I will probably give them a rearrange so I don't know which one's which. So that'll be really fun. I can't wait to do that with my patrons. I will also film it for you guys. But I think it is time to light this candle. Don't you agree? And honestly, I'm obsessed with this candle. It just looks so realistic. I literally want to perform fellatio on it. Right, let's light. Honestly, I'm a little bit scared actually. I've never lit a candle like this before. And I've just got it on a coaster thing. That might be dangerous, I don't know. Let's light it up. Okay, nothing bad's happening yet. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that because I am a little bit scared. That is one majestic candle. Okay, this is actually horrifying me. So I'm gonna blow it. And not in the way that I wanted to. Look at that. That is rather disgusting, isn't it? Could you... Oh, gosh, it's... No. Oh, God, no. Blow out. God, guys, I'm usually better at blowing than this. Oh, my God, it literally won't go out. Is this a trick? Is this a trick fucking candle? Oh, I got it. Oh God, I got a fire alarm literally right up there. I don't want it to set the fire alarm off. Hey vlog, we're going to be doing beer pong now. We're going to be opening the bottle of Prosecco. Let's open it up, let's open it up. Whee! I want to pour the Prosecco into the cups. Honestly, this vlog is going to be weird. I need to mix them around and stuff, okay? I'm so excited to see what I'll be reading first for this read vlog. Okay. You literally just get my crotch right now as well. I apologise. Okay, right, let's try it. First though, let's do this. Damn it. Oh, for God's sake. Let's try the first one. Oh, for God's sake. I'm not good at this. Okay, I'm really aiming for this first one now. Yeah, I got it in. Okay, I got it in. I got it in the first one. Does it have anything on the bottom? No. It's just a blank one. Now we're going to down it. Right, let's try and get another one in and make it quicker than the last one. I want to aim for this one. I think I want to aim for that one. Okay, I want to aim for this one now. I want to aim for that one. Right, I'll put them closer. Let's try again. Ah! Oh yeah, you got the middle one. Awesome. What's on it? Dick Fight Island! I'm starting with Dick Fight Island! Yay! Dick Fight Island is my first one. Down it. Dick Fight Island. Oh no! Oh! And I got it in that one. Oh, there's nothing in it. Even closer now. Yay! I got one in again, and it's Learn My Lesson by Katie Robert. Yay! Learn my lesson. I'm going to be finding balls around my living room for weeks. You're right. Oh, yay! It landed in one, but I went in one, but it bounced into another. Down it. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Games we play is the third. Games we play is the third. Why did I just say that twice? Games we play is the third book on my TBR that I'm going to be reading third. No. Oh. It just doesn't work. Yay! Got it in. Wild Wildlife is fourth. I am so out of breath. Oh, that went in, but it circled around and came back out. That is so mean. Oh yay, I did get it, I did. It's blank, guys. Yay, I got it in. It's blank. 2 left. One of these has to have it on. It worked. Please have the final book in it. It's blank. Oh. Got it in. I Married Lizardman is the last one. I drank that whole bottle in 15 minutes. I feel it. This wine bottle is empty. This was my second glass. I am not unhinged. I am just me. Editing Gav here to say that I was a little bit drunk during this segment and I didn't write down the order that I got the books in for the Prosecco Pong. I mean, I did follow the order pretty much, except I accidentally had 2 the wrong way around, so I ended up reading Wild Wildlife third and then Games We Play fourth when it should have been the other way around. I'm addressing it now and I apologise. Lord, I am so drunk. We watched Beauty and the Beast. Amazing. I love Beauty and the Beast. It's so... Can you say... the microphone. It's now 11 p.m. It isn't too bad. But it does mean that my first book is Stick Fight Island by Reibun. I shouldn't have done this, but I ordered a Domino's because there was a special on for Valentine's Day. So that should be coming any minute now. I've been waiting a long time. So I was going to read this, or I was going to watch Emily in Paris because Jess recommended it on Netflix. Just like, this is my first ever manga. Where is the pizza? I shouldn't have ordered it. But it's Valentine's Day. Where's the pizza? Where is this pizza? I just want the pizza to come just so I can rest easy. Anyway, my pizza's out for delivery. Hopefully it comes soon. I might make a start on Dick Fight Island then. I think I've only got 1 bar of battery left. Oh no. I'll leave Dick Fight Island for now because I want to experience it with you guys. I'm currently watching Emily in Paris. And it just reminds me of that one time I slept with a guy in Paris. I currently have Domino's as well. I should not have ordered this. I'm currently watching Emily in Paris. I'm going to read Dick Fight Island after though. I'm just going to watch episode 1, see how it is. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Wait, I haven't finished yet. Stick around. Okay, I'm going to start Dick Fight Island now. I just watched Emily in Paris. I thought this episode was going on far too long. Turns out that I accidentally watched 3 episodes. I want to read this now. Leave me alone. Each of the 8 islands is home to a different clan with its own unique culture and traditions. Once every 4 years, these clans send their chosen one to a grand tournament, the winner of which is crowned king of the archipelago. And this year just happens to be a tournament year. Oh my god, I need to get to this island ASAP. There's no nudity, but look at how beautiful this guy is. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, he's beautiful. There's ass in this photo. There's ass in that. I don't get outsiders. How else would you show off manliness if not by putting your tight, shapely ass on display? I agree. Chief, have you grown even thicker since last we measured? Have you? I would like to know. So they must have these contractions on their genitals in order to help fight because, yeah, they must have them on their penises. The ceremony of investiture will now begin. Look at all of these hot men. I don't know if you can actually say anything. Have 2 people already been eliminated? There has been no penis shown yet. I'm already lost. I think we're gonna have our first dick battle. Oh my god, it's a special elimination battle between Hotto and Tarring. Give me your best shot. Don't you be scoffing at me. I'm grown with full right to bare my ass. Come on, I want the first dick fight. Eat this, drum dance. They are literally fighting with their dicks. I love how we have a panel of people being like, but will he come? This is the most insane but incredible thing I've ever read. Oh, someone apparently defeated him without touching his manhood at all. But I want people to touch their manhood. Touch your manhood. We men hide our greatest weak spot deep in here. It's called the prostate gland. Okay, so the actual tournament is whoever ejaculates first loses. I love how they're going to defeat each other with their prostate gland. Oh, we have penis. How do I enter this tournament? How? These dick fights or whatever. It isn't really dick fights. They just end up having sex. They just end up having sex in front of everybody. It's like, the gladiators fighting the lions. I probably need a shower after this. It's literally just everybody watching them having sex and saying which one comes first. Yes, he's taking advantage of his light speed to avoid the worst of the attacks. But this is just people's observations of them literally having sex. It's the best thing I've ever read. When is volume 2 out? There are 2 guys who are in love and they want to be together. It's a little bit harder for them to do that. But with the whole introduction of all the different clans, trying to be king, all of this, it actually had a pretty decent plot. I'm not gonna lie, it had a decent plot. I will say though, I'm a little bit disappointed in the sex scenes. Like, even though they're kind of having sex in front of a stadium full of people, and it was a little bit disappointing. It didn't get my moistness level all the way up. So I will say, though, for moistness, I would say 4. I think 4 moistness out of 5. I was expecting a 5 out of 5. There was quite a lot going on. Even during the illustrated scenes, there was maybe just a bit too much going on that I couldn't really see what was going on. So I didn't fully invest in that. But I am interested in the story. I do want a volume 2. Yeah, it's literally just guys having sex in front of a stadium full of people. What is not to love? What's not to love? I need to go to bed. I actually don't feel too bad today, even though I did down a bottle of Prosecco in 15 minutes. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. It's now 12:15. It's midday. I'm actually going to go into work. I don't have work, but my pre-order for House of Sky and Breath has arrived at work. So I'm going to go and pick that up, along with some other books that I had pre-ordered that have come in as well. I've been off work for the past week. I still have some days off left this week, so I'll go back on Friday. Yeah, I'm just going to go in. I'm actually going to sit in a coffee shop, I think, and read Learn My Lesson by Katee Robert, because this was the second book to read this week. Yeah, I haven't even started it at all, although reading this in a coffee shop might be a bad idea. But yeah, this is my third coffee. I woke up at 10. Yeah, I'm just excited to be out and about. I actually haven't sat and read in a coffee shop in ages, so this is going to be revolutionary for me. I used to love doing it all the time, and I just haven't had a chance to since, restrictions have been lifted and things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get changed. My bus is in like 20 minutes. So I'm going to get changed and stuff, pick up House of Sky and Breath, so excited, and read some Learn My Lesson. I'm actually leaving the house without any underwear on. I've had to come home. Reading this in public was definitely a bad idea. I did manage to get to page 98, so I did read a good chunk of this, and I am enjoying it so far. I really am. I like the story. I wasn't even sure what this was about beforehand, but essentially, Hades is the owner of the underworld, which is more like a sort of club kind of thing. It's in a skyscraper, and at the very, very start, we learn that Meg is his, and it's a consensual relationship where Meg is like his submissive, and Hades commands Meg to sleep with a waiter at this restaurant, and it turns out the waiter is Hercules. And I really did enjoy the kind of introduction to that. It was definitely a twist to the story, so that was interesting. We got straight into the sex. Like, there's been a lot of sex in this so far, and again, I'm only 98 pages in, and I like it. Hades has turned out to be a little bit complex. There is more going on to him that I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, he has this master plan that involves Hercules and Megara, and I'm interested to find out what is actually going on in this whole relationship. I won't reveal any spoilers. I feel like what I've said so far is enough about the story to at least, I don't know, get you interested if you're interested in reading the Wicked Villain series. The only thing is, though, Hercules keeps saying cockstand. His cockstand. Like, why doesn't he just call it his cock? Why does he call it his cockstand? I don't get it. That's happened a couple of times, and that's thrown me a little bit. But I'm also loving, like, how bisexual everyone is in this. Absolutely loving it. There's just so much sexual fluidity in this. I don't know what's happening next. In every single scene, whether it's between Megara and another woman, or, between Hercules and Hades, it's just hot. It's just all wall-to-wall hot. So I think this is going to get a very high moisture rating. Actually quite captivating. I'm actually really intrigued by the story. There's around about 250 pages, so I have another 150 to go. I would love to get it finished in the next few hours. Well, I'm going to see if I can finish it, go in the shower, get settled for tonight, read another book. That sounds like a good plan. I still have so much left over Domino's from yesterday as well. That's all I'll be eating today. God, I'm so unattractive. Anyway, I want to continue reading more of this because I am surprisingly enjoying myself. I didn't even show you guys House of Sky and Breath. It is absolutely stunning. It's stunning. I love it. This is the signed one, which I was very lucky to be able to pre-order. Yeah, I'm dying to read it ASAP, but there's no way I could read this week or this month. There's just no possible way of fitting it in. So this is going to be a March job, I think. I'm definitely going to be reading this in March. I'm so excited. I needed to reread the first one and I totally forgot to do that. Could I read both of them next month? Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. So yeah, I just wanted to show that because it's my little book haul from today. But I did finish Learn My Lesson by Katie Robert, and I actually really enjoyed this. Way more than I was anticipating. This made me very, very moist. The scenes between Meg, Hades and Hercules were so hot. Gosh, just saying. I don't think I've ever read... Have I ever read a book with MMF in it before? Where there's like a sex scene with two guys and a girl? I don't know if I have. This could be my first one, and it was so hot. Like, honestly, it was so hot. A lot of the sex scenes were hot. There were a lot of sex scenes in this. A lot. And on a moisture scale, 5. 5 moisty stars this gets. I don't think I would give this 5 stars as a whole, but again, I'm just rating based on moist levels. It's a 5. It's a 5. I was really interested, actually, in the backstory of Hades and why he was pursuing Hercules. And I just found that really interesting. It added another level of complexity to Hades, which I wasn't expecting. And yeah, it led to some pretty intense scenes in the end. But other than that, I think this did a really good job at, I don't know, making everything kind of relevant. One thing that I'm not a big fan of with steamy romances is a lot of the times we get a lot of scenes that are so irrelevant and it's just kind of them getting to know one another and it's just the same boring thing. But with this one, it was kind of like there was a sex scene, there was a bit chat in the middle, sex scene, chat in the middle, sex scene. You know what I mean? It was very balanced in that regard. And I felt like the scenes between sex scenes were relevant. So I will definitely be reading more of the Wicked Villain series. Absolutely. I'm really excited about the Jafar one now because Jafar was mentioned in this and actually appeared in this as well with Jasmine. And that was the story that happened in the first one. So maybe I should have read the first one first. But again, this is the only one I own, so I wanted to take something off my physical TBR. But yeah, the Steam rating is very, very high on this. I ended up listening to the audiobook on Scribd as well. And, oh, you know, I'm kind of glad because some of the voices were a bit deep and sexy, and I was like, why didn't I start listening to the audiobook earlier? Because having that added element of hearing them talk, I couldn't cope. So I'm glad I didn't actually listen to the audiobook in public. But other than that, you know, it was really fun, really quick. It's only 7 p.m, it's Tuesday. Steph is doing some Patreon sprints. She is back in 17 minutes. So I actually want to go in the shower and stuff, you know, change and get comfortable, cozy. The next book I'm reading is Wild Wild Wildlife, which is over there and I don't really want to get up yet. So that's what I'm going to be reading next. I will most likely do that tonight. Gosh, I'm so ahead on my romance reading. I'm so good. You know what? A lot of the times when I give myself challenges like this, where I read a certain amount of books in a small amount of time, knowing I've got that goal really does help me personally. I won't help everyone, I don't think. But for me, I like having that target. Whizzing through. So I'm going to have a really fun time reading Wild Wild Wildlife, I think, I hope. And get more steaminess. Honestly, everything is just making me so fucking horny. So yes, shower time for me. It's probably going to be a cold one. And I will see you in the next update. Turn around, Steph. Oh, there we go. I have Steph on the TV now. And she is still doing her sprints. Been in the shower. I feel lovely and refreshed. I've poured myself a cheeky peach snaps and lemonade. Yeah, I'm about to start Wild Wild Wildlife by Hyougo Kijima. If I finish this, which I will very soon, I'll be able to start games we play. So yeah. Okay, this is not it. Did make it all the way through. I thought with each passing story it would be like something different, and it was. Each story was different. There was actually 6 short stories in here, not 5. But essentially, this manga glorifies rape and is quite pedophilic, and I'm upset. I'm actually upset. This was not hot. This wasn't hot. 0. 0 on the moist meter. I cannot get on board with it. I'm going to be unholding this ASAP. Even from the very beginning, the very first story is a guy getting attacked in a forest. I think he was the goat man, gets attacked in the forest and essentially abused. But after that, it turns out that he is in love with the person who abused him and that he wanted it all along. And that is like the worst thing I've ever read. But it actually gets worse. The androids in this as well. So I mentioned there was android love in this. The androids are essentially prepubescent boys that adults can go and have sex with. These android things become real once they've had... I can't even say it. I can't even say it out loud. It's disgusting. And then the fifth story as well, I think it was the fifth one, fourth or fifth, again, it was just non-consensual sex, and I didn't like it. I hated it. It's actually put me off reading any more romance tonight. Honestly, I'm so put off. Steph's sprinting again. I mean, I just ended up playing a video game. I've got kind of Bridge of Spirits that I'm really excited to play. So I might end up playing some PlayStation and maybe pick this vlog back up tomorrow. I was excited because I could have gotten so much further ahead tonight. I can read games we play next. I don't want to read anything else romance related tonight. No thanks. I'm not doing that. I'm going to game and try and forget about what I just read. Walking nearly 2 miles to and from Starbucks was a bad idea, especially since it started raining as I was on my way over there. And we actually have a storm warning, and it says that it's danger to life as well. So that's a really serious storm warning, and it'll not be hitting until tonight, I think. It said so tonight. I mean, it's already starting to rain quite heavily, and the skies are great. You know, it's perfect. It's perfect reading weather, especially since I'm in the house. I still have today and tomorrow off work, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm glad that I'm going to be indoors while it's happening. However, I think it's going to continue on Friday, and that's when I'm back at work. So I'm a little bit like, do I have to go back to work on Friday? But you know, needs must. But yes, I have my Starbucks. I'm about to get settled and read Games We Play on my Kindle. And this one is about Jack. Honestly, I have a history with guys called Jack. Faceless gamer known as the Joker. He makes a living playing video games, but he also uses his gravelly voice to bring people's sexual fantasies to life. Is there an audiobook of this? Because I want to hear this out loud. I want to hear his voice. But the top gaming site wants to interview him. Quinlan is the one to interview him. It sounds a little bit 50 Shades of Grey-esque, but it's only 90 pages long, so that'll be really nice and quick. Tried my best to forget about Wild Wild Wildlife. That's in the past. I'm never looking at that again. I am going to get back into the mood for reading romance. I'm going to film a quick Patreon video next before I do start to sit down and read this. So I'm going to do that first, then read, and hopefully enjoy myself and get back into romance. Fingers crossed. And this was worth the bloody trip, I tell you. Worth the bloody trip. Oof, the wind is really picking up now. I'm not scared in the slightest. I finished Games We Play and I have plenty of time for this event that I'm tuning into tonight. It's the A Night In with Sarah J Maas event. And the tour edition came as well, which is perfect timing. So I'm just gonna chill for the next hour. I might stop I Married a Lizardman in the next hour. But yes, Games We Play, I finished it. I didn't love it as much as I wanted to. It started out really hot and I was like, oh, this is gonna get a 5 on the moist meter. But I think it's gonna end up at a 3.5. for the moistness. I mean, some of the sex scenes were hot. Like, the whole scenario was hot as well. I would absolutely love to go and interview a streamer, like a really hot streamer, just for them to turn around and be like, do you want one night of passion and one night of hot lovemaking and I will make you say God kind of thing. Like, honestly, that is my fantasy. That is my fantasy. I have a weakness for gamers or any kind of nerd, honestly. Like, weak at the knees. But then a lot of it was bogged down by character backstory, fast love, and a fucking epilogue. I hate epilogues. I hate them so much, especially in romance. I don't want to see what happens next. I don't want to know about it unless there's a sequel, fair enough. But to shoehorn an epilogue in there for some kind of added sentimentality and romance, I don't want to know. So it kind of let it down for me. I did find Jack, aka the Joker, very, very hot. And it's all told really from his perspective, apart from one chapter. The story did really drag it down for me because it didn't just turn out to be this one hot night of lovemaking. They end up going to a club. She meets his friends. Quinlan, I should say, goes and meets his friends. They love her. They're like, oh my god, you have to see her more and you have to get with her and make her your girlfriend. Shit like that. I don't give a shit. It just felt so fast. That is literally my only pet peeve with romance, is when the love feels fast. And it felt a little bit unwarranted. It really did. So because of that, it just brought the hot and heavy scenes down for me. It started out pretty well, and I did enjoy the fact that she gave him a blowjob while he was streaming. Like, that was hilarious, but also a little bit hot. And there was this bombshell that happened near the end as well, to do with Quinlan's backstory and what she tried to do in the past, which I'll not say out loud. But that just brought it down even more for me. I'm like, oh, well, this is actually quite depressing. And I was just sad. It made me sad, and it ended up ruining the rest of it. Like, it wasn't as hot as I was hoping for. I'm so sorry, Jess. If it had just focused on that night of lovemaking or whatever, I would have loved it. I would have given it 5 moistness level stars. It was just dragged down by everything else around it. But then, even then, like, I think the sex scenes, or the attempted sex scenes towards the end, just kind of got a little bit repetitive. Wasn't the biggest fan of him calling her, vagina, her sex, and the amount of times his cock throbbed painfully and against his zipper and stuff like that. It was not enough variety, I think, in this, especially since it's the end of chapter 2, start of chapter 3, when they start getting a little bit more heavy. That's quite a long period of time with loads of different sex scenes, but they were just far too short and not varied enough. Or at least, like, the language wasn't varied enough, and it didn't butter my roll as much as I wanted it to. So I'm going into I Married a Lizardman, which is definitely longer. It's probably the longest book on my TBR. I will have to take the story into account on that one, especially since it does look a bit more plot heavy than a lot of the other books I've read for this video, but I'm still excited for it. It's the last book for the vlog, and I'm hoping it's a good one. It sounds strange. It does sound like a strange one, but I'm open-minded. I'm going to go into it with an open mind, open legs. Oh my god, oh lord, oh my god, I'm terrified, oh fucking shit, oh my god, oh fucking, what, oh my lord, wow, fuck me, okay, that's gonna pop, isn't it, that's gonna fucking pop, oh wait, I've taken it off, I'm sorry, that scared me. It says to use a fork to open it, but I'm fucking terrified. Oh, I don't think I left it long enough. Okay, I didn't leave it in long enough because there's loads of popcorn seeds still there. But hey, you know what? This is actually pretty decent. I will know for next time not to panic. But yeah, I don't think I've done too bad. Gosh, you guys must think I'm so boring. Like, I haven't even moved off this couch. So fair. I don't know if I'm American or British. But I am 32% into I Married a Lizardman. And I just wanted to pause here because they're about to have sex. So I really wanted to catch up on the story and everything first. So I am enjoying the story so far. It has been quite plot heavy so far. We have Susan, who goes to the Primary Agency, and they pair her up with a lizardman, and she has to travel all the way to him. But what I was kind of interested in early on is the fact that the agency also wants her to try and get her to help his people and to help the village and get them to use their farmlands and things, which sounds boring when I say it out loud, but actually it seems like there's a lot more at stake with Susan's kind of union with Alex, and Alex is the lizardman, and it's been quite interesting so far to know of their like different kind of customs and things and how they are different. They've been married twice now. This is kind of like, is it Married at First Sight, the reality TV show where they literally get married the first day they meet, or like the first time they meet they get married. So we've essentially had 2 weddings so far, which usually I hate weddings and romances, but this is to advance the plot, so I don't mind it. So now they are about to have sex. It is their wedding night. They're going to consummate the marriage, and Susan is a virgin. and she's telling Alex about her, and Alex has like a retractable dick. So I'm interested to see how that plays into this. We haven't seen that yet because Susan is introducing him to foreplay, which, you know, as a lizard, Alex doesn't know about foreplay. You know, they have sex one way, which is honestly so strange to say out loud. Like, what am I even talking about? Anyway, yeah, she is teaching him foreplay and stuff. So we're about to get into it. Yeah, I just wanted to catch up on the story first, let you guys know that I'm liking the story. I do kind of like the world. It's not badly written at all or anything, so I'm pleasantly surprised so far. But I am hoping that there is steam and that it actually is pretty good steam. I did read Ice Planet Barbarians last year and I did quite like it, so this kind of monster romance thing isn't something that I'm new to. I did try a Spider Smoke one last month and just couldn't get into it, but so far this one is pretty good. So yeah, 32% in. So yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Also, the storm isn't as bad as I thought it would be. The wind is still there and it's still quite loud. But I was expecting 90 mph winds, which, you know, the night is still young, so it could still happen. But no, I've got ambience on at the minute. Hopefully, if the wind gets too bad outside, the sound of the ambience will drown it out. Either way, I'm going to finish this tonight. So yeah, Lizardman sex. Totally new experience for me. Not a big fan of the word slit though, and that is getting used quite a lot. Also, he calls his penis his stem. His stem. I also don't know if I like that. I'm keeping an open mind. Just did my Wordle, got it in 4. Proud of myself. Also finished I Married a Lizardman, and I mean, it was a good story. I didn't hate it or anything. It'll probably get a 3.5 stars like overall. But I guess in terms of moistness, not a whole lot. It gets maybe a 2 on moistness. Well, it's been about a human woman having sex with a lizard man. It was actually kind of tame. I didn't find it that hot and heavy. There were about maybe 4 sex scenes. Just didn't really do much for me. I mean, I enjoyed the first one because they were learning each other's bodies and seeing what worked for them. And that was entertaining. That was interesting to read about, and it was a little hot. But after that, it just wasn't really hot, which is a shame. And it's weird because I did actually enjoy the story of this book more than I did the actual sex scenes, which is the total opposite of what I wanted. I really wanted it to be hot and heavy, and this had an epilogue. And again, with romances, I hate epilogues because there's usually 2 camps. There's the getting married or having a baby. It's always those 2 in the epilogue. And I mean, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but I mean, they got married at the very beginning. So what do you think happened in the epilogue? I mean, I just spoiled it. I'm sorry. But I enjoyed the story other than that. I liked Susan and Alex's relationship. I liked the way they blossomed. Alex was actually very, you know, caring and sweet and considerate and just like this all-around cinnamon roll. And Susan was fine. Susan was very determined and she was very hardworking. She really did try and help the village to flourish, especially with the whole farming stuff and trying to save them from kind of ruin and things. And it was all very well and interesting. I liked the market scenes. I liked how she used her market skills to help them and all of that. It was all fine. It was fine, honestly. Yeah, I would say maybe 3.5 overall, but it didn't make me wet. So that means that this vlog, the book that wins, the book that made me most wet, was Learn My Lesson by Katie Robert. And I'm not surprised, really. I did think that probably would be the one that would get me the most wet. Looking back on it now, it still had like the best sex scenes out of all of the books I read for this vlog, and even like the mangas. Definitely the worst was Wild Wild Wildlife, but Dignified Island was actually surprisingly entertaining and rather hot. It was just too quick and half the time you couldn't even tell what was happening, so that dragged it down for me. But I enjoyed the story in that too. Honestly, this has been such a weird experience and such a weird vlog. I'm starting to learn more about my tastes in romance, so I'm starting to know what to look for so that I can definitely find that 5-star romance. I gave Learn My Lesson 5-star in terms of steaminess. It's a 4-star overall, I think, and probably the best romance I've read so far this year, which is awesome. Can't get over this vlog, honestly. So yeah, I apologize. This vlog has been absolutely weird. I just didn't know what I was doing. I was winging it this week. But thank you so much for joining me on this ride. But if you did enjoy, please do give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. Have you read any of the books that I mentioned in this vlog? I'd love to chat to you about them. A huge thank you to my patrons as well for being so incredible and amazing. I love you all so much. And I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye.